If you're looking for a complete warm-up that will get you prepped and ready to crush your workouts, I've got you covered in today's video. Warming up may not be sexy, but it's absolutely crucial for our success in the gym. And trust me, you realize the importance of this even more when you get a little bit older like me. So today, I'm gonna share with you the exact warm-up that I use with my clients and athletes. Everything from Gen Pop folks who wanna move and feel better to NBA and MLS All-Stars. Now, as we go through this warm-up, there are three things we want to accomplish. Number one, we want to make sure we move around enough to actually get warm. Number two, we want to get loose and unlock our body's natural mobility. And number three, we want to prep and expose our body to all the various planes of movement. And I'm going to do all this in a follow-along fashion, so you can literally take this to the gym with you, start it up, and use it to prep for your next training session. Now, before we dive in here, if you're liking the content here at the channel, please make sure to like the video and subscribe so you know each and every week when a new video drops. Now, let's get in the gym and get moving. All right, so our first exercise is a marching cross connect. I like to do this backwards. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna face away, you're gonna bring your knee up and your elbow across. So anytime we can cross midline, it just helps kind of improve our coordination. It helps tie things together. A lot of times in the gym, we don't do this anyways. So anytime we can cross connect, it's a very beneficial thing. So 8 to 10 reps, and then when we come back, I always like to pair something that's more of a stretch with something that's a little bit more active and dynamic. So we'll just bring an A-skip coming back. Now, don't kill me here. I'm not like a track person, but just bringing the knees up, popping back down, and A-skip back. Second activity, we're gonna do a quad stretch or a pullback butt kick. So we're gonna take a step, pull our heel to our butt, and then take another step. And again, you get a little balance here. You can see I have not moved enough today, but just working on trying to point that knee straight down, getting nice and loose through the quads, because this is something that a lot of athletes and Gen Pop clients alike struggle with. So we go quad stretch, and then we go butt kickers coming back. Just kind of flipping the heels to the butt. Our third activity is a single leg RDL. Now you can do this stationary, you can do it moving, doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna do it stationary, but think soft knee. We wanna try and keep our torso straight, and we're shooting for our toes coming back up. If you really wanna make it cool, you can add like a cross connect here, reset. But I like to do about 5 reps each. Again, just working on that hinge pattern, and then coming up and cross connecting. Go one more, up and cross connect. And then you'll see I struggle a little bit more with balance on my right leg. So really trying to think about good stable foot, soft knee, and then coming back up. You can see this is definitely more of a challenge for me compared to my left side. So we'll go 5 reps here. Don't be afraid, put that foot down in between if you need to, reset. And then I like to pair this with a scissor skip or a straight leg skip. So it's gonna look like this, and then you can make it as bouncy as you want. If you got a big space, you can really open it up and really make it dynamic. Our next activity is a backwards lunge. So in this case, we're gonna face away, we're gonna take a step back, and I like to reach out in front just to help me counterbalance as I come down. So we'll just alternate legs, trying to just work on that lunge pattern just a little bit, staying as tall and upright as we can, nice and balanced through the foot. Again, if I can do 5 reps, that's great. I'm in a tight space here, so we'll just go 3. And then to pair that, I really like a back pedal. Great foundational movement pattern. In case the Colts ever need a DB, I'm ready. So nose over toes, hips are back, and then just working on my back pedal for 10, 15 yards. Our next activity has a couple different names. Some people call it the world's greatest stretch. Some people call it a groiner, a walking Spider-Man. I don't care what you call it. It's an awesome activity. But what you're gonna do, start up tall, exaggerated step out. You want your whole foot on the ground. I like to have both hands on the ground to start. I'm thinking about straightening my back leg, and then I'm gonna keep my opposite hand down. So right leg's in front, left hand is down, rotating up towards the sky, getting a nice rotation through my upper back, and I'm keeping this front foot down. Really common mistake. People are way out here, you're not gonna get the same stretch. Keep that foot down, reach, and rotate. And then you kind of keep your hips down as best as possible, reach, and rotate. Again, if you got space, definitely get 5 of these in each side, or if you don't have the space, if you're in a small confined area, that's totally cool. Just go right here and just alternate legs. So if you're in a tight space, you can still get the reps in. Once you've done that, I like to do a karaoke, something that again crosses midline, works on just like a dynamic lateral pattern. So in this case, I'm gonna square up and I'm just gonna work on feet and hips and torso rotating. Sorry, it's gonna take me a rep here to get going, but just working that down and back. Great way to get loose and just recapture a little bit of rotation throughout your entire body. Next on the docket, we have an inchworm. And I always joke around with my athletes, it's everybody's favorite activity, because let's be honest, nobody likes this activity, except maybe me. I think it feels great. So what you're gonna do, feet, just underneath hips, you're gonna come down, do a toe touch. Once you're here, I like to take a breath in, walk my hands out, and then keeping my knees as straight as I can, walk my toes up to my hands. Take another breath in, drive some air into the back side of that body, and then knees straight, toes to hands. Again, if you're working in a small space, just do it within that little area that you have access to. One other thing you can do here that I like is as you walk out, as you walk up, maybe you get to this kind of position, you can just work on driving those heels down a little bit just to loosen up the calves and make sure that they're feeling good. So I'll take an inchworm, and then from there I'll go in and just do some light accelerations. So loading my front leg, just thinking about good push coming out, whatever space you have access to. Even if it's only 5 to 10 yards, just thinking about loading this front leg, pushing, and just trying to get the legs loose before your workout. Now we talked about being triplanar, so I love lateral lunges. So if you're in a small space, you can just kind of set up shop here and just kind of shift your weight side to side. If you got a little bit more space, you can actually take a step, load and gather, load and gather. But really trying to keep the feet as straight as you can, working on loading those hips and really trying to unlock the mobility through your groin. So 5 to 10 reps, and then in between, if we want to do something laterally, maybe you play basketball, volleyball, pickleball, tennis, any sport where you have to shuffle side to side. You want to get that good base, and we can just work on pushing side to side, trying to get those hips loose and unlocking that frontal and transverse plane. So our final activity is a mini bowler squat or mini bowler lunge. Now, this is something that I used for many years, took out, realized I should probably have it in, so I've since put it back in, and I absolutely love it. It's great for unlocking your feet, your ankles, your knees, just making sure everything feels good before you get on the court or in the gym. So to do this, I like to get a tripod foot position, right? Nice and balanced front to back, inside and out through my foot. And then a lot of times I'll just do like a kickstand back here, and feeling that whole foot, I'm just trying to sit down into that squat. Just trying to drive my knee straight over my toe and just trying to unlock my feet and ankles. So for this one, you can do 6-8 reps, but if you're doing it right, not only are you gonna feel some quads, probably definitely feel some VM and VMO, but you're also gonna feel a little stretch in the back of the lower leg as well. There you have it, man. Boom, you are ready to go and crush your workout. All right, friends, I hope you're feeling warmed up, loose, and ready to rock. If you got any questions about the warm-up whatsoever, please drop them in the comments section below. And if you really want to take your mobility to the next level, be sure to check out my hip and foot and ankle mobility videos next. Enjoy!